today I thought I'd come at you guys today with a Sony Vegas tutorial on how to do smooth Twixtor sync, since I ran a poll on Twitter and that's what you guys want to fucking see apparently. So I'm just going to show you guys how to sync a trick shot clip and a sniping clip. I'm gonna keep it simple. I have this, single to triple collab right here. We're gonna sync that, and then I'll drag in some fucking trick shot. What do I have? What looks good? This shit looks good, why not? And then we're gonna have this clip from the fucking JRC. I'm not gonna go for the JRC because Som fucking hates me, but we're just gonna sync up these clips now. I do want to say before we get started that this isn't a replacement for velocity. It's really only good for shit that doesn't have a lot of movement, because if you get a lot of movement, you're gonna get a lot of fucking warpy shit, and unfortunately there isn't distrum for Sony Vegas. So yeah, let's get into it. So the song I have, it's this shit right here. So I think before I get started, I want to mark up the places where I'm going to do shit, and if you don't know how to do marker, it's just M, easy to remember. So in this clip, actually, he shoots, then he pulls back the bolt, and then he shoots again. So I want to sync where he shoots, where he pulls back the bolt, and then where he gets the triple collapse, like so. So we'll do that. Let's do that first. So to do that, first we're gonna align the clip. So, and then we're gonna split the parts that we want to Twixtor sync. So he pulls back the bolt. Shit, I pressed D. I always do that. I press D. So we'll split that again. And then we'll just So we'll do that. So now we have our basic stuff without Twixtor sync, and now let's go and add some Twixtor sync. So the nice part about Twixtor sync is you really don't have to worry about overextending, repeating stuff like so, because we're gonna take care of that. So you can set this all the way up to I think it's 95.24, but in my experience it really doesn't matter too much. What matters is the speed. I like setting it to 350 first, and then I will, let's not even fuck with this, let's just put it back to 70. I like setting this to 350 and then setting this to 25. Now this pretty much works just like fucking whatchamacallit. It works just like velocity, so you don't have to worry about that too much. We'll set that to 350 again, and we should get something like this. If you get stuff like that where there's repeating frames. So let's see where he pulled back, so that's 5 frames, so we need to go 5 frames forward, and you get this. And then you just kind of repeat, and that's pretty much it. You can, pretty much if you have certain shit that you do for velocity, you can do that. So again, I like setting this to 350. Again, this is a completely suggestive value, but I like setting it to 350. If you have a certain sort of sync style, I believe it can be applied to anything else, and you can fuck with this value if you want, if you want certain things to stand out more than others, or oh shit, don't press this button, it will remove all your animation points, and we don't want that. And again, set this to 350, and then do that. So far we have and we have this, that, and you may notice there's a problem. We have a repeating frame, and it happened right here. to fix this, it's really simple. All you have to do is just barely change the value, like change this to like 25.1, like just a value that like literally has no fucking difference whatsoever. So and there you have it again. So why did I do velocity? I'm a dumbass. This is a Twixtor sync tutorial. So then you just repeat again like so. So again, you know, go to 350, go to 25, do fast, do slow, like so, and do slow, and then you do fast again. And there you go. And there you have it. And now I will say that you will, if you want to do anything to the clip, you have to make sure that everything like is dragged behind Twixtor, including pan and crop, because pan and crop will affect the Twixtor. Like for example, we're gonna make a little simple pan and crop. I'm pretty sure like everyone knows how to do pan and crop at this point. If you haven't, I made a tutorial like 2 years ago, and then I'll just do a little zoom in thing. So if we have it like where the Twixtor is in front, you'll find that it's affected by the Twixtor. So make sure that that like Twixtor is always in front of everything, including effects. And there you have it. Here's what happens when it's in front, if you guys are curious. It's not affected because like how shit works in Vegas is that everything that comes in front of this will affect the thing behind it. It's super weird how it works, but and then we'll go to that, and then I'll sync the trick shot clip, and I'll fucking speed through that so you guys don't have to see that. Okay, so we are done with syncing now. You guys may have noticed that I use standard velocity, and that's because there's movement in this clip. Now, to be clear, you can use Twixtor for like movement and shit, but you'll end up with warpy shit like this, and sorry that I'm using Jello as an example, but this shit doesn't look appealing to the eye, and I personally think that like in Sony Vegas, like this shit can only be used on like stationary shit, because if you notice in these two clips right here, there's not a lot of movement going on. Like you have the guy like, hold up, like
your shot,
like you have
faggot. Your shot.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking mute that because like I want to explain. So as you can see, this guy's like he's pulling back, and then he's just shooting. He's like maybe taking a few steps, and then he's like pulling back. And even still, you have like a slight little bit of warp there, but that's going to be all good once we render. But anyways, we're going to do the same shit here, and I'm going to show you guys other examples. So I'm going to go to 350, and all that red screen means, if you get this red screen, that means you've run out of frames, and then Vegas is gonna like try to like compensate by like making fucking red. So again, just 25. I'm going, for the sake of this, I'm going to like put in another point, let's say a 5 slow. You can do like 5-point velo and shit like you can with velocity and PC syncing. And slow, and then 350. Again, the only thing you really need fast is this, and to do that, you like do that and then right click, so you just shift click. So, and again, we have another frame that is out of place. So I'm trying to like think, where is it? So again, all you have to do to correct this is slightly change the value, like so, and you will have smooth sync. And while we're at it, fuck. I was gonna do shake, but I have a, we'll do it on this one. I have a shake presets that I like using, and these are really nice. If you guys want to see a tutorial on this, I will happily make one. So I'm just gonna extend that out a bit, turn that off, and we're gonna sync this one last time, and yeah, it's gonna be all good. So 350 again, like so, or no, that's not 350. Shit. So we'll go down here. Fuck it. We have to put this shit in front anyways, but we'll go to 25. Fast, slow. Again, you can just right click on them. Again, just for the sake of this tutorial, like you can literally, anything you can do with velocity, you can do with Twixtor syncing. And I was always such a big advocate of like Twixtor syncing in Vegas, but everyone was like, oh, there's not a good way to do it, but now there is. So now we have this, and I'm just gonna play the trick shotting part now. And that's how you fucking Twixtor sync. So all together we have this. So we have this.
You're such a faggot.
I think I'll extend the shake a little.
You're such a faggot.
Okay, so now that we are done with the Twixtor syncing, there's one last thing that is incredibly important. First off, I always do this. I have a disable resample script that I will link in the description. All you have to do is press Ctrl A and then run the script. So you want to go best full to render, and what you want to do, this is incredibly important. This is actually super important. You have to render in 60 FPS. You have to render in 60 FPS. That is the one downside of this, or there's lots of downsides, but the one main downside of this is you have to render in 60 FPS. If you don't render in 60 FPS, it's going to be a lot more choppy and it's going to look like shit. So we're just going to call this, to put in comparison, this is what Twixtor syncing looks like side by side with 30 and 60 frames per second video. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. You have to render in 60 FPS. You can get a program like Handbrake to re-render in 30 because it's 2017. Why the hell would you ever, for not a reason other than like rendering with Twixtor, have a 60 FPS edit on YouTube? But yeah, you guys need to keep that in mind. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna render this and we'll fucking just, get on with our lives and shit. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that like button, click that sub button, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I enjoy making tutorials, and they seem to be doing really well on my channel. So if you guys want to see more tutorials, make sure to go follow me on Twitter. My @ is @0xshane, and I will be doing polls there where you guys will decide what kind of tutorials you want to see from me, or leave it in the comments if you guys want to see something from me. I'm not going to be doing the standard generic shit like how to sync, how to do fucking pan and crop and shit. That shit you can find on YouTube. I'm going to be doing stuff that isn't really common. So if you guys want to see those kinds of things from me, just let me know. And yeah, my name is Shane, and I'll see you guys later.